And what do you want to become?
an engineer.
Why?
Uh, so because I just like it, I guess.
Why do you like it?
Because it is good to make stuff, I
We
think.
like things only because of two reasons. We like things only because of two reasons. One, either we have done it or we have an inclination about it. We have some
Like,
fantasies about it.
so for me, it would be the latter.
It would be the latter. So you have fantasy. What kind of fantasies are related with engineering?
Fantasies, I wouldn't really say, but like, it's it's a nice job. Like, some of my cousins are engineers, and they
Great,
have quite a nice life.
great. But Rahul Gandhi could not become a prime minister yet, though their families had been the prime ministers.
That is true, but yeah, like it's worth a shot to
Means
try at least.
there are many ISS whose sons and daughters could not become an IS,
That
and
is
yet they
all.
are living a wonderful life.
That is true, but it's like I was giving an example,
No,
not
it,
like I
the,
were to
this
follow
reason
in their footsteps.
this
Just
reason
like
could not really be a justifiable reason because your cousins and your brothers have become an engineer and they are living a very good life. Uh, does not justify you being an engineer.
it's not that I am following their footsteps or something like that. It's like I like how they work, so I like their job. It's not that I'm trying to follow them.
So, what do you like about their jobs? What do you know about their jobs? What do they do?
A cousin of mine is chemical engineer in Dubai. He works for a petroleum company, in
Okay.
Dubai and oil, all that. So like he does like, and I see him all the time. Like whenever he comes, he talks about like how he has to work, not that much, like work from home, so like about 4 hours a day, and plus like the all the other things related to his job as well.
Have you heard of a term that is called the grass is always greener on the other side?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like it's like what we don't have. We prefer what we don't have over what we do have.
Hmm. So,
So I don't think this is a case of grass is greener on the other side because like I have other family members who work different jobs as well, and when
so
they
why?
speak up,
So,
and
what
when
do
they,
you dislike about their jobs?
I don't dislike anything about their jobs. It's just that I like engineering more than their jobs. Like
Why?
just because I say like I like apples doesn't mean I hate oranges.
So, why?
I just like it. I guess a natural gut instinct.
Why?
Such some questions don't have answers.
Yes. Why am I insisting on this why? Is because once you become an engineer, the very first question that would be asked, or the last question that would be asked to you, is why should I hire you? And there you cannot really end up saying that I like this job because this job is very
So
fascinating
by
and
that
your company has a
So
good
by
brand
that time, I
image.
would probably have a resume and with a list of qualities I will
even
bring
when
to
you
their
have
company.
even when you have a resume, my dear, this is a question that will always and always be asked to 99% of the interviewees. You'll be lucky enough to be among the 1% who is not likely to be selected without answering this question.
Yes, Harshita, you have a question for sir. Yes. Go ahead. Good morning,
Yes.
Hardik. Good morning. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes,
Sir,
Harshita.
good morning. I would like to say that my brother is also giving ITJ men's and ITJ advanced. So he passed it out and he cracked IT. But in IT Delhi, it's when my brother is going to be interviewed. The question is why you want to become an engineer? Why you given this exam? So my
Harshita,
brother,
you're not audible. I couldn't listen to you.
yes sir, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Uh,
Let me put my door shut. Just hold on for a second.
okay.
Okay, so after Sir completes his talk, I will present a short 4 minutes video. And since there are one, two, three, four, five of you, so I would need you to tell me 5 words from the video. Okay, 5 encouraging words from the video. Okay, and you have to think about it. So, sir, please go ahead. Then I'll present the video to
Yes,
him.
Harshita.
Yeah.
Sorry, Parth, I'm switching it over. I'll come back to it. Yes, Harshita.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
When my brother's interview, so the first question is arrive, what is when why you want to become an engineer? What is your main motto? So my brother say that I very much love in with cars and all. So he want to become an mechanical engineer, and many of the functions he also know like many of functions. So he want to like and but he choose computer science for this job engineer, so it's very hard to choose. Now my brother is doing very good and grading very on the subjects, so it's not very much easy right now, it's very much hard.
Yeah, it's very tough.
And my
See,
brother's
there is no path of career that you choose. There is no path of career, be it engineering, be it medical, be it MBA, be it any profession, journalism, any field that you choose to build your career in. That is not at all easy. That is not at all easy. Number one, right? Number two, uh, the way the technology is upgrading itself, right? Many of the jobs are coming into a danger zone. I don't know whether you are aware or not, but in coming 4 5 years, many kind of jobs will become obsolete, will vanish in coming 4 5 years. Let me tell you the job of driver, the job of security guards, the job of accountants, the job of bank POs and clerks, the jobs of waiter, the jobs of delivery boys, right? All these jobs are in deep danger. The job of software engineers, the job of software developers, all these jobs are deeply in danger today. And in coming 5 years, most of these jobs will become either obsolete or the number of vacancies will come down by 90%. This is an estimate by ASSOCHAM. Have you heard about ASSOCHAM? NASSCOM?
Okay.
NASSCOM stands for National Association for Software and Services Companies. So it's an organization that actually represents the IT and service industries of India,
Yes, Pranshul.
right? And it is their estimate that in the coming 5 to 7 years, by the time you'll
Okay,
actually
you
be
have
there in the
network
market,
issues?
some of these jobs would be in a deep, great danger.
Okay,
So
so
something that
connectivity
we
got it.
actually, as a youngster, if I were you, I would see that what kind of jobs are likely
Okay,
to be
you'll
there when
continue
I am
on
there in the
Friday,
field of
on
jobs,
Saturday, right?
not what is there
Okay, okay, I'll
today.
see you on Saturday then, okay? Yes? Okay, thank you.
Are you getting me? I am not employable at the moment. You're in class ninth or 10th perhaps, right? So by the time you become an engineer or a doctor or a journalist or a media professional or anything else, it is going to take another 7 years. So how is the world going to change in the coming 7 years is something that is more important for me, because that is what is the situation that I'll have to face. I will not have to face the situation that I'm into at present. Am I right, Parth? That is why this question becomes all the more pertinent.
Good morning,
That why
Arshad.
do you really want to become an engineer? Do you really want to become an engineer because some of your brothers, some of your cousins, my father, my brother, my sister, my neighbor actually has done a particular kind of course and living a wonderful life today? Yes, indeed, they may have been living. But what kind of opportunities will I have in the coming 7 years? Because they did their engineering 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 years back. The market was different, the demand was different, people were different, mindset was different, and the competition was also very different. In the coming 5 to 7 years, the competition is going to be really cutthroat, and I have to be prepared for that kind of a competition, right? For example, as Parth said, that his brother is a chemical engineer in Dubai and he is living a lavish life. Good, very good. He might have done his engineering 2, 3, 4 years back. Am I right, Parth? Huh? Now, if you might have heard that China is up to China Sea now, the exploration is going on, and the entire world is moving on to China Sea. Dubai has really reduced Dubai has really reduced the export of oils by about 47% and is likely to reduce the export of oil and petroleum products by 73% in the coming 3 years. So definitely the vacancies in petrochemical industries in the coming 7 years is likely to reduce. Number one. Number two, the vacancies that were there in the coming 7 years, there will be more petrochemical engineers and chemical engineers and other form of engineers who would go to Dubai and fill up the gaps. What are the gaps that will be there after 7 years that you will fulfill? So why I was asking this question is that when you become an engineer, you have to think logically. Psychology do not work in the real field. What works in the real field is rationality, a logical approach. So this is why is the reason why I always ask why to everyone. Just wanted to know how clear are you about the goals that you've set for yourself, right? So as a youngster, you have to be very clear that when are you going to play the match. For example, if you have a football match tomorrow and you have a cricket match after 2 months, which one will you prepare for today?
After the football match, obviously.
Of course, football match. The cricket match will come later, right? So this is the time
Ah,
for
yes,
us
sir.
to develop, to upgrade, to understand the market and to be aware of the various opportunities that are there and that won't be there after 7 years, right? कल, आज और कल में बहुत अंतर है. कल जो था वो आज नहीं है और आज जो है वो शायद कल ना हो. When we, Rishabh and I were of your age, we had never even thought that there would be something like mobile. We would be able to talk walking on road. Did we think that? We never thought that. There was never a time when we actually had even imagined that we could see a person any time of the day. Sitting in Dubai, sitting in America, sitting in US, we had never thought that we would see them live. Today we could see them live. So the technology is changing very rapidly with a blink of eye. You blink your eye and the technology has changed.
So what we're going to do now, so like what Sir said is you're going to figure out the trends. So I sent you something, whatever feed you want to get into. The website name is called Chat GPT. Have you heard of the name Chat GPT?
Yes,
Yes?
sir.
Ah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And did
Chat
you explore
GPT.
it? Did you explore
Ah,
it?
yes, sir.
Okay, you did. So what kind of questions did you ask? Basic questions or, whatever. Whatever you
So
ask, it'll give you
firstly,
a detail. Yeah.
it was really handy if I had an essay to give, like
Yeah.
just copy paste that. And
Oh,
so
you've
like
been
also OpenAI, they have
cheating.
another.
You've been cheating.
So it's
Okay.
not cheating if like, it's like there
It's
is
acting
nothing
smart,
nowhere
Raj.
written that I
Yeah,
can't
I
It's
take
know.
acting
help
smart.
from
I know,
external sources.
because I asked for
And
it
also this
last night.
company
Yeah.
OpenAI,
Yeah.
they also have a product called DALI, I believe, which is an image generation AI.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I think so that is also very handy for like artwork generations and all that.
Oh yes. I'm going to share a lot of things because I'm active on LinkedIn. It is a professional network. I've been saving a lot of articles. Now people, what they're doing is they have slide images. So they are researching on AI, artificial intelligence. A lot of things now are coming up on AI. AI is becoming a boom now in India. So you have to figure out the trends, what's happening, what are the trends going on in different industries. You want to be a chemical engineer or software engineer, you have to figure out the trends. Okay, and do explore it. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to present a video. Good morning, Rishabh. Glad to see you. I'm going to present a video, and there are 5 people over here. One, two, three, four, five. So I need 5 words from you, 5 encouraging words from you people, and you have to tell us in 30 seconds what do you mean, what do you make out from the video, what do you mean, what does the video mean. Okay, I'm going to present the video, and then so we'll take it forward from there. Let me just present a tab. Here it is, and do let me know if you can see it. Okay, you can see it, yes, and here it goes. Do see it carefully. What a thoughtful and beautiful video. Okay, so 5 words and explanation by everyone. So we'll start with Parth. Parth, you're on top of
So
my.
do I have to give the all 5 words or one
No, no,
each?
no. Everyone has to give one word each. So one word for you.
Uh, so loyalty for the dog.
Okay, loyalty. Okay, Harshita, you're number two. Yes.
Help the bird.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Sir, the dog will help the bird to feed his child.
Okay, healthy bird. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Hardik.
So he was very obedient.
Okay, obedient. Okay, Manya.
So helpful.
Okay, helpful. Rusha.
Caring.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Clearing.
Caring.
Caring. Okay, it's caring. Not caring. It's caring. Okay. Sir, would you like to say, sir? One word.
Sharing.
Okay, sharing. Okay. And I would say sharing is caring. Okay. And now, please tell me, we'll start from Rishabh. Rishabh, what did you understand from the video? I'll time the video. I'm going to time you now. 30 seconds you'll get. So you have to tell me what did you understand from the video.
Sir, I understand that we should help everyone.
I
Like the
understood
dog,
that.
I understood that. Like the dog, he was very loyal to his what do you say,
Master.
master, but that's why he was stopping the bird. And but then he saw that the bird's children were very hungry and they couldn't eat the fish. That's why he gave them the worms. And because he helped them, the bird also helped him back and gave him fish.
Okay. Okay, very nice. You completed in 10
You-
seconds.
In a
Okay, very.
nutshell, Rishabh, you wanted to say that you get what you give.
You get what you give. Yes.
We can say that, and we should be loyal to everyone, and we should try to help everyone, because if we do good, we will get good back.
Right, very nice. You completed in 20 seconds. So now we come to Manya. Manya, your time starts now. Manya, please switch on your camera. Yes. 30 seconds. Come on,
Yes,
go.
sir. Yes, I have understood that we should be helpful for everyone and we should be loyal
Helpful
to
to
our.
everyone, not for everyone. Helpful to everyone.
Yes, sir, we should be helpful to everyone and we should be loyal towards our master or our elders.
Okay, okay, okay.
And sir, I have also understood that if we do good to others, we will also get good.
Okay, very nice. You completed in 35 seconds. Okay. Now we come to Hardik. Okay, Hardik, in 30 seconds, your time starts now. Please explain.
So I have understood from the video that we should be helpful. We should be of helpful nature. Uh, Sharing is very must between one another, and obedient to our masters.
Sharing is must, not very must. Sharing is a must. Yes. Okay. Obedient will masters. Okay. You completed in 25 seconds. Okay. Nice. 24 seconds. Okay. Now we come to Harshita. Okay. Harshita, your time starts now. Explanation.
About that video that we should always share and care about everyone and be loyal with your elders and friends and everyone. We should have birth sharing and love. Sharing is caring.
Okay, very nice. Harshita, you completed in you completed in 15 seconds. Okay, very nice. Okay, now we come to Parth. You last.
Yes.
Okay, 30
So
seconds. Go.
the first thing I picked up was that whatever that persistence always pays off. As we could see, the dog at first wasn't able to quite get his master to see the heron, which eventually he kept trying at it, so he got it. And another thing I picked was that what you give is what you get back, even if you don't accept it. And the last thing I would like to say is, why would a heron baby prefer an earthworm over a fish?
Okay, very nice, Parth. You completed in 25 seconds. So now I want to ask you people, why did I do this activity? Why did I do this activity? If you can let me know. I showed you the video and I asked you 5 words from each one of you. Now the activity was that I wanted you all to speak in 30 seconds. So why did I give you a 30 seconds timer? Think it was a very basic answer you need to tell me.
So it is so because we could present
To
information
speak
in a
in
systematic
fluently.
way with efficiency.
Okay. Okay. Harshita, you were saying something? Yes.
So I think maybe if any interview we can say then also sirs and many of the madams gives a time a time limit which can describe yourself and describe everything what you have to do and like that like something you have to done or like that something.
Okay. Rishabh, yes. Why did I put a time of 30
To
seconds
speak
to,
in fluently.
okay, to speak fluently, okay? Fluently, okay. Manya,
Yes, sir.
go ahead, go
So
ahead.
what was it?
Yeah, my
So what was
question
the
was
question?
that why did I ask you to tell me about the video in 30 seconds, what you saw, the video that you saw, to explain in 30 seconds? Why did I time you people for 30
Yes, sir.
seconds?
To manage time.
Okay, to manage time. Okay, Hardik, you?
Yes, sir. To speak fluently in front of others and to
Speak fluently is done. Rishabh has already said speak fluently. Okay, so you have to think of something else.
check our memory power.
Okay, I did not get any answer. Okay, okay. So would you like to? Would you also like to think on that, sir? I'm asking sir also about that. So the 30 seconds we had given them. So you're on mute.
I
Yes.
really have a very different opinion about these things, is because why? What would you like me to answer? Would you like me to describe what I saw, or would you like me to answer why did you give only 30 seconds?
Why did I give 30 seconds for them to answer the question of what did they understand from the video, sir?
Perhaps to my sense, it is actually because of the fact that you wanted everyone to think and speak,
Think and speak. Yes. Okay. So
right?
we are missing
Be
one
able to
major thing.
speak spontaneously.
Yes. But we are missing one major thing. The crux. The crux, because the crux is basically if you're looking at something which is 4 minutes long, if you're reading any paragraph or a storybook, maybe if there's a storybook of 10 pages, so you read, but you have to say the crux. So you're not going to say explanations. The explanation takes at least 2 or 3 minutes. But if you're looking at the video which is 4 minutes long, so you are mentioning about the crux. So the crux of the you mentioned about the crux of the video. So I mean, there are a lot of things that the video entailed. But now we will run short of time, so I'll hand it over to Sir. So you can take it forward from there, and if we have time, then we play a quiz towards the end if we have time. Okay, so over to you, and thank you for this time of yours. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, Before I start, there are two things that I would really like to say, and don't take it negatively, think over it. Uh, I am completely against two words, that's helpfulness and loyalty, right? Just a second. I'm completely against these two words. You're too young to understand why, but these are the two words that should be very wisely used, right? That should be very wisely used. That should not really be used in generic, right? There is a beggar who comes to you begging, and you hand him over 5 rupees. Are you helping him? There's a beggar who comes to you begging, saying that he hasn't had anything for last 3 days, and you hand him over 10 rupees or 5 rupees or 50 rupees or 100 rupees, whatever you have. Are you helping him?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you helping him?
Yes, sir.
Are you helping him, or you're encouraging beggary?
Both.
You're not helping him, you're actually encouraging beggary. Once he starts earning through begging, do you really think he would ever become anything else in his life?
No, sir.
So the better would be, what would I call a help here, is that you make him eat something rather than handing over him the money. Give him a biscuit, give him an egg roll, give him some stuff, but don't give him money, because then you're encouraging beggary. Right or wrong?
Right, sir. Right.
So we are always taught to be helpful, but how to be helpful, and when to be helpful, and to whom to be helpful, is really something that is not taught. Right? Being helpful is good, but not always, and not to everyone. Many a time, you actually have to put your near and dear one in a very difficult situation to actually let them understand the reality of the world. Right or wrong? Harshita, you
Right.
have a younger sister. You have a younger sister who is weak at studies. Let's suppose you have a younger sister who is very weak at studies. Now she comes home and you do her homework every day. Are you helping her, or
No,
you're
sir.
crippling her?
Encourage her to do your homework, because if I am helping her, then he is depending on me to do
If
her
you
homework.
if you keep on helping her, if you keep on helping her, she would never ever become successful in life.
Yes, sir. She is depending
Getting
on
it?
me to do her homework.
Exactly. Helpfulness depends on situation, person, and mentality. Helpfulness everywhere is not okay,
Yes, sir.
and so is the loyalty. And so is the loyalty, right? So, as a youngster, my advice would be that you better be and supportive, rational and supportive, rather than being helpful and loyal. Try and be rational and supportive rather than being loyal and helpful. Am I clear, Parth? Any objections to what I'm saying? Any counters to what I'm saying? No. So please unmute yourself, is because then I would begin with the chapter. The chapter that goes and that I think I should be doing today is articles. So are you aware of what articles are? Are you aware of what articles are?
So, articles are written by author about his
No, no, no,
story.
no. About grammar article, about the articles that is related to grammar.
Go ahead, please speak. I know you all know it. I know you all have studied, but we're going to do it a little to understand. Are there any issues with you understanding or what? Whatever it is, सही है, गलत है, बोलो तो.
Have you studied articles
Yes,
in your
sir.
schools? So why isn't anyone saying?
Parth, Manya, Harshita, you know this. I know this might sound basic to you, but sir just wants to understand. Okay, and Rishabh, please keep your camera on. If you think that this is boring, then you can leave. I'm going to be very specific with you. Rishabh, keep your camera on. Thank you.
I'm not getting it from anyone. Do you know articles? Do you not know articles? What do you know about articles? What are articles? Help me understand, guys. If you
So,
don't
I
speak out
think,
anything, how would I understand whether you know it or you don't know it? Or shall I skip it?
article is a piece of writing in a newspaper or
I
magazine.
am not talking of the articles in terms of essays. I am talking of article as an exercise, as a chapter of grammar. A, and the.
So, it's used. Article is used before nouns or noun equivalents like that.
Before nouns.
Yes, used
Is it
before
not used
noun.
before verb or adjective?
Yes, it's also used before adjective also.
And verbs?
Type of adjective also.
What difference could you see in all these sentences that are there?
Sir, may I answer?
Yeah, please go ahead. Anyone
Alright,
could
so the
answer.
first sentence, I'm going to party, implies that the speaker here in this case is going to host a party that in which he will probably invite people. The second person, I am going to, the second sentence,
Come again, come again, come again, come again. The first one, come again.
the first sentence, I'm going to party, implies that the speaker here is going to host a party or like at
Host the
least have
party.
not quite hosted, but like more like have people over and have fun, stuff like that. Like it's not exactly implying that he's going to host a party, but I'm not quite able to find the words to describe it properly. The second sentence, I'm going to a party, implies that the speaker is going to a party, which doesn't have any special things about it, or at least which aren't mentioned here. The third sentence, I'm going to the party, implies that the speaker and the listener both know about a specific party in which the host is speaking, which the speaker is referring to.
Great, great, great. Anyone else who has a different thought? Than what Partha said? Anyone else who has a different thought about these three sentences? All of you actually mentioned that you're great at articles, you know everything about articles, you've read everything about articles, you've studied articles, and this is going to be very basics. So I would just like to draw your attention that article is not all that basic as you understand it to be. Article is one of the most important parts of your communication, and if you miss on any one article, you are actually going to make a disaster in your communication. So does anyone have a different thought about any of these sentences or any of the sentences that Partha mentioned? Harshita, unmute yourself.
No session thinking about like sentence. There is
Huh?
written
What difference does
and
a, presence of the, and absence of both these make in a sentence? Let me put the question straightforward. What difference does a or presence of a or the makes in a sentence, or absence of these make in a sentence?
is I think in the party I'm going to the party is like मैं जा रही हूँ party में is like that or something or
तो सभी का
difference is
मतलब तो वही है, मैं पार्टी में जा रहा हूँ,
but
जा रही हूँ.
it is the alphabetic word is like and is not using in this word articles. I'm not very much confused in it.
Can somebody tell me the meaning, Hindi meaning of the first sentence? Partha, can you tell me the Hindi meaning of the first sentence?
मैं पार्टी करूंगा.
हाँ,
So the first sentence would be मैं पार्टी करूंगा. Second one
मैं
would be
पार्टी करूंगा.
yes sir.
सर
फिर
मैं
मैं
पार्टी जा रहा हूँ.
पार्टी जा रहा हूँ, पार्टी में जा रहा हूँ, पार्टी करने जा रहा हूँ, पार्टी कराने जा रहा हूँ, क्या? आई एम गोइंग मीन्स मैं जा रहा हूँ. आई एम गोइंग डज नॉट मीन्स मैं जाऊंगा. एम आई राइट पार्थ?
Yes sir.
आई एम गोइंग मीन्स मैं जा रहा हूँ. कहाँ जा
Yes
रहा
sir.
हूँ?
It is like it is happening in the present tense.
No, it is not happening in the present tense. It is to happen in future. Just read it.
If it is having I'm going to party, then it's future. So it's like
It's not
party.
future. It's a near future. See, there are two types of future. When you read grammar, or when you might have studied grammar, how many parts of tenses were there? Can somebody tell me how many parts of tenses have you studied?
सर 12.
How many parts, how many tenses were there? Those tenses were divided into 4 parts each. But how many tenses were there?
So main it is like present tense, past tense, future tense, and one more I think.
Present
Perfect
tense,
tense.
past tense, and future tense, right? These are the tenses that you studied in your school. Now let me make you come back to the advanced grammar part, and that says that there are only two tenses. There are only two tenses. If you study American grammar or if you study Australian grammar, you'll find only two tenses: past tense and present tense. There is nothing like future tense. There is nothing like future tense, right? Future tense is taught only in some of the Asian countries like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan. These are the countries where future tense is mostly used, right? So if you move on to advanced part of grammar, advanced part of communication, advanced part of English, you would see there are only two types of tenses, and that is present tense and past tense. Then how about future tense? Then how about future tense? How would we express a future action if there is no future tense? So are you aware that present tense, have you heard how many types of present tenses are there? How many divisions of present tenses are there?
Sir 4.
Four. What are they?
Simple present tense, present perfect tense, present continuous tense, and present perfect continuous tense.
Fine. So which of these tenses is the most complex tense?
Present perfect continuous tense.
Simple present tense is the most complex tense of the tense world. There is nothing called simple except the name. Because simple tense is a tense that does not tell anything about the present, but it tells everything about future and past. Do you know that? Simple present tense is a tense, does not state anything about present, but it states almost everything about future and almost everything about past. Did you know that? Parth, right? So we are going to study tense at length when we come to it. So the very basic difference between I'm going to party, that means I'm going to party means मैं पार्टी करने जा रहा हूं. Now पार्टी करने जा रहा हूं का मतलब ये नहीं है कि मैं पार्टी में जा रहा हूं. मैं पार्टी कहीं भी कर सकता हूं, किसी फ्रेंड के कमरे में बैठ के कर सकता हूं, अपने यहाँ कर सकता हूं, मैदान में कर सकता हूं, ग्राउंड में कर सकता हूं, पिकनिक पे जा सकता हूं. I can party anywhere. So party is a verb. Party is not a noun in the sentence. Getting me? Am I clear or am I not clear? In case if anyone has any doubts, please ask questions.
Sir, I have doubt. Uh, many of the sentences you have written
Tell me,
that
I have a doubt.
I have heard out that many of the sentences you have written like I am going to a party, I am going to the party. So I am confusing these between these two sentences. What is the difference between these two sentences?
I'll clarify. I'll clarify. Now, is the first sentence clear to everyone? Right? The second sentence says, I am going to a party. Now that means मैं एक पार्टी में जा रहा हूं. मैं एक पार्टी में जा रहा हूं. Now here, the speaker definitely is saying it to somebody, telling it to somebody. Now say if I am speaking to Partha and I am telling him that I am going to a party, Parth, I am going to a party. Now that means that Parth is unaware of which party am I going to. Parth does not know anything. Parth does not have any clue, does not have any idea about which party am I talking about. Clear? So A is indefinite. A is indefinite. I'm going to a party. It could be any party. It could be a wedding party. It could be a birthday party. It could be a friend's party. It could be a social gathering. It could be an official party. I could go to any party that Partha is unaware of. Right?
Sir, we can say Hindi right.
When the listener is unaware of about what party am I talking about, which party am I talking about, we'll use a. And when I say I'm going to the party, that means Partha and I, somewhere in the past, have had a word about it. I told Partha a week ago that Partha, I have to go to a party next week. And the day when I have to go to a party, I told Partha that Partha, I'm going to the party. So Partha very well knows which party now I am talking about. Let's understand it this way. Manya and I went to market one day. Manya and I went to a market one day. And Manya saw a very beautiful top t-shirt. Manya saw a very beautiful t-shirt hanging on the wardrobe in a shop. And Manya said, I would buy this t-shirt. I would definitely, it's a lovely t-shirt. I would definitely buy it. And we passed away after that. Now I happened to meet Manya after 10 days of this incident. And Manya was sitting with all of you. Manya was with Partha, Neeraj, Rishabh and Harshita. And I posed in there and I asked Manya, Manya, did you buy the t-shirt? Did you buy the t-shirt? Did you buy the t-shirt? So what do you mean by the t-shirt? Nobody else understood. Harshita did not understand why am I using the. Parth did not understand why am I using the. Hardik did not understand why am I using the. Rishabh did not understand why am I using the. But did Mani understand why did I use the? Means all of you are on a mute. I am not habituated of delivering a conversation mutely.
Sir, if you say
Please
talk,
go on an unmute mode. I do not actually want to deliver a lecture to very intellectual student. Please keep your cameras on and yourself on unmute. तो क्या यहाँ पे मान्या को समझ में आया कि मैंने द टी शर्ट क्यों यूज किया, अ टी शर्ट क्यों नहीं यूज किया?
Yes, sir.
क्यों?
yes, sir.
Because Manya knew that which t-shirt I am talking about.
Yes, sir.
मान्या ये जानती थी कि मैं किस टी शर्ट के बारे में बात कर रहा हूं. हर्षिता नहीं जानती थी because Harshita was not there in the market. Partha was also not there. Hardik was also not there. Rishabh was also not there. But Manya was there in the market with me. So Manya knows it really very well that which t-shirt I am talking about after 10 days. So I am talking of a definite thing that the speaker and the listener both understood. So when the listener and the speaker both are at the common understanding, both are on the same page, we use the before a noun. समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा है?
Yes, sir. We understood.
हार्दिक ने मेरे से बोला सर मुझे एक बुक खरीदनी है, अगर आपको मिले तो आप ले लेना, मुझे मिलेगा तो मैं ले लूंगा. तो मुझे वो बुक मिल गई. तो मैंने हार्दिक से पूछा कि हार्दिक डिड यू गेट अ बुक की द बुक?
The book. The book.
The book.
The book. Why the book? Because Hardik and I both knew which book are we talking about. लेकिन यही अगर मैं सेंटेंस पार्थ से पूछूंगा, पार्थ विल बी अमेज्ड, कौन सा बुक यार, कहाँ का बुक, कैसा बुक, कोई बुक का बात ही नहीं हुआ था, कहाँ का बुक मिल गया तुमको, कौन सा बुक पूछ रहे हो, हमको मिला कि नहीं मिला? Because they never had a word. Right or wrong? So this is where the difference lies between the and not being either of them. Now one more question. पार्टी अगर पहले में वर्ब है तो दूसरे में नाउन कैसे हो गया? पार्टी अगर पहले में वर्ब है तो दूसरे में नाउन कैसे हो गया?
Sir, in the first sentence part, going to party is a noun phrase and am here is the verb. While in the second sentence, I am going is the verb and to a party would be the noun.
Not getting.
Sir, in the first sentence, that is, I am going to party is a noun phrase, and while am is the verb, and in the second sentence, I am going to a party. Am going would be the verb, and to a party would be the noun.
Does everyone agree with what Partha said? सब पार्था ने जो बोला वो समझ में आया नहीं आया?
No, sir.
पार्थ ने कहा कि आई एम गोइंग टू पार्टी, मतलब पहले सेंटेंस में एम इज द मेन वर्ब एंड गोइंग टू पार्टी इज अ नाउन फ्रेज. Whereas in the second sentence, I am going to a party, where going is the main verb and to a party is a noun phrase, right, Partha? This is what I understood out of it.
So the first sentence was correct, though in the second sentence, I said that going to was the verb and our party was the noun.
Going to is a verb and a party is a noun.
Yes, sir, in the second
Okay.
sentence.
How many of you agree to it? I am taking you to a very different level of grammar that you never studied in school and you would never study anywhere else.
Sir, I'm not getting it. I'm confusion here.
अच्छा, पहले सेंटेंस में मेन वर्ब क्या होगा? What will be the main verb?
Sir, going will be the.
Huh?
So maybe I
So I think going.
Now, what is the main verb in the sentence that I sent just now?
Hanji, hi Shikha.
Sir, play is the main verb here.
Acha, ठीक है.
Why not win?
Okay, okay.
Sir, because win the match is a noun phrase, so like it is a part of the
What is a
phrase, so
noun
not the verb
phrase?
itself.
What
A
is a
group
noun
of words
phrase?
which has a noun or a verb, but not both together, acting as a noun in the sentence.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So like here,
Hmm?
I have to play to win. We could replace that. I have to play to win.
Come
Like
back,
just
come back, come back.
remove
What is a noun phrase?
as a group of words which has either a noun or a verb, not both, which acts as a noun. So actually, I think in this case it is a noun clause because it
Now,
has both.
where did you read it from?
So I thought this was taught to us in school last year,
A verb or a noun?
but not both is a noun phrase, and if it has both, and then it's a noun clause.
What rubbish? Go to play. What kind of a phrase is this?
Sorry, sir, could you repeat that?
Which school you are in?
Sir, Don Bosco, same as Hardik.
Noun phrase. Amazing. A combination of word that has either a noun or a verb. Am I right? Combination of
Yes, sir,
words that has a noun or a verb
and acts as a noun in the sentence.
acts as a noun in that sentence. How could that be? Give an example.
So like in the sentence you wrote, that is, I am going to win the match. Like I have to play to win the match.
Hmm.
The win the match here would be an example, as it could replace by another noun such as I have to play to lose. I have to play to have my another verb, another verb. Like I have to play to
Bag the match.
yes, or something like that.
So what does it mean?
So like a noun, for example, like I'm going to,
How
I am
can
in
you
the,
how can you use a verb as a noun?
so it is not being used as a noun, it is just acting as a noun.
How?
So I don't know that.
Means you should ask it to your teachers. How could a verb act as a noun? Or what are the instances? What are the places? What is the formula of converting a noun into a verb or a verb into a noun? Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
How could a verb, for example, if I say, I am going to play, I am going to watch a play. What is play in both the sentences?
So it is a verb in both the sentences.
In both the sentences.
Yes, sir.
सबको समझ में आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है हर्षिता why are you doing and throwing with your camera I don't really understand that
Sir, my network connection is there.
I'll send you a sentence it's very important because why am I really asking you all these questions is because I really wanted to understand what your basics are all about if your basics are not clear if your basics are not thorough and strong enough you cannot really build a good structure of English on that so I'm going to play and two sentences. You have to tell me, you have to tell me which is the main verb in both the sentences and what is play in both the sentences and justify your answers. Does anyone want to answer? You're free. I'm not going to select anyone. You're free. You unmute yourself and answer it. If
So
you believe
can
you have the right answer.
can I say?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So,
We don't need the permission.
that sentence, it is written like I am going to play. मैं खेलने जा रहा हूँ. And मैं खेलने जा रहा हूँ. And second sentence, I think I am going to watch a play. यानी कि मैं मैं देखने जा रहा हूँ कैसे खेल रहा है. Like going to watch a play. What he's playing. So I am going to watch like.
ठीक है, ठीक है, मान लिया मैंने आपकी बात। तो अब
That.
आप मुझे बताओ कि इसमें मेन वर्ब कौन सा है दोनों वाक्यों में, और क्यों है, जो भी है।
So I think it's going because मैं both sentence it's written like I am going to watch a play and I'm going to play. So it's I think it's made going because मैं दोनों में जा ही रहा हूँ like
तो
not
प्ले,
particular side.
तो पहले वाले में प्ले और दूसरे वाले में प्ले वर्ब क्यों नहीं होगा? उसका मतलब भी तो खेलना ही होता है, वो भी वर्ब ही है।
Sir, because I'm going to play. यानी कि मैं खेलने जा रहा हूँ मैं गया नहीं हूँ. It's like that.
ठीक है, तो उससे क्या हो गया?
सर उसमें like I'm going to watch a play यानी कि मतलब कैसे खेल हो रहा है मैं उसको देखने जा रहा हूँ.
ठीक है, चलो मान लेते हैं। डज एनीवन हैव एनी अदर आंसर? पार्थ, हार्दिक, मान्या, ऋषभ इज गॉन. It appears to be such an easy sentence, right? And we are racking our brains over such an easy sentence. Partha, any idea? Hardik, Manya, any idea?
So in first sentence, I think going is the main verb,
ठीक है,
and in second sentence, both going and to watch.
Hardik, you said going. Main verb is going in both the sentences. Partha, you're not saying anything.
Sir, I know that the main verb is going in both the sentences, but I'm trying to think of a reason to justify it, like why it is the main verb and why not play, as you asked that as well.
Yeah, that was the very basic reason what I asked. What is the main verb is a substitutive answer, right? So let me answer it now. I'll come on to the reason later on. Going indeed is the main verb in both the sentences, right? Now, would you like to understand the reason
हाँ आपने कहा
in case if somebody asks you why,
ज्वाइन नहीं हो रहा अच्छा
right?
नेटवर्क इश्यूज है क्या
So,
अच्छा ओके
what kind of a sentence is this? Affirmative, negative, interrogative, interrogative, negative, imperative, optative. What kind of a sentence is this?
Sir, affirmative.
Affirmative, positive sentence, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes sir.
Okay. So any affirmative sentence follows a structure that is called. Now what is that? Subject plus auxiliary verb plus main verb, and then there is object or other words, right? Right or wrong?
So what is the meaning of AP?
Auxiliary word, auxiliary word, and MV stands for main verb, right? So following this structure being an affirmative sentence, following this structure being an affirmative sentence, I becomes the subject, am becomes the auxiliary verb, and what definitely will come thereafter is the main verb. The other things will always come after the main verb in an affirmative sentence, right? Am
So
I
what
right?
if come through main verb? It's always about object.
Come back.
So जो भी मेन वर्ब के बाद जो भी आएगा सब वो सब ऑब्जेक्ट में जाता है कि अनिकेत
नहीं,
आपने
other words में भी जा सकता है. Not necessarily that a verb will always have an object. We'll come on to object, what is an object and how is object identified, right? We'll come on to it. But just try and understand for the basic reason that there need not be an object every time in a sentence. Not necessarily that a subject, a sentence has to have an object, right? Number one. Number two, why is it important to understand what a main verb is? Question number one. Question number two, why is not a why is not play or watch? Why is not play or watch a main verb in these sentences? And if they are not the main verb in these sentences, what are they? क्वेश्चन है, क्वेश्चन बनता है या नहीं बनता है कि प्ले और वॉच मेन वर्ब क्यों नहीं है, और अगर ये मेन वर्ब नहीं है तो आखिर ये है क्या?
सर जैसा आपने लिखा ऑब्जेक्ट में भी ऑब्जेक्ट
नो, ऑब्जेक्ट स्ट्रक्चर में आता है पर वाक्य में हो ये जरूरी नहीं है हमेशा. Try and understand, object is an integral part of the structure only if it exists. For example, you would see I have actually a bracketed auxiliary word. When I gave you the structure, auxiliary verb is under a bracket, right? Arshita, could you listen to me? Can you hear me?
यस सर
Okay. तो अगर आप स्ट्रक्चर पे गौर करेंगे, am I okay with English or shall I be bilingual or shall I be in Hindi? What do you want me to be in?
नो सर यू सुटेबल यस सर इन इंग्लिश
In English itself. So you would see I have bracketed auxiliary verb. Now why did I bracket the auxiliary verb? I bracketed the auxiliary verb only because of the fact that in a couple of sentences there may or may not be an auxiliary verb. They can only be a main verb. For example, he goes to play. So there is no auxiliary verb. There is only a main verb. And I am going to play, here exists both an auxiliary as well as a main verb. So auxiliary verb may be present, may not be present in a sentence. What is utmost important is there has to be a main verb. Unless there is a main verb in a sentence, you can never ever form a sentence in English. So my question still remains the same, coming all around the globe. Is what is play and what is watch then?
So they are infinitives.
Infinitives. But what is an infinitive?
In infinitive, we place to before the main verb.
Necessarily?
No, it's not necessary, sir. Uh, you can either use simply a verb also.
How? चलो, विल कम ऑन टू. सबसे पहले एक सिंपल फॉर्मूला समझिए कि
Sir, I have to say something.
Hmm.
Yeah, how we can know that this is main verb or this is main verb in this
I
sentence?
have to play to win the match. इसमें मेन वर्ब क्या है?
Yes, sir, how we can know this that this is verb, this is main verb?
अभी तो मैंने आपको बताया. How can we know this is a main verb?
No,
In an
sir.
affirmative sentence, the structure will go subject plus auxiliary plus main plus other words. Be it an object or no, not an object.
But sir, you have said also in sentence maybe its object comes or maybe it's
There
not.
may be an object, there may not be an object. That we'll deal on later on as when I'll deal with how to find an object in a sentence. And why is it important to find an object in a sentence? Let's try and see the link between what is the link between the verb and the object in a sentence. What if there is an object? What if there is not an object? What are the implications? What are the consequences going to be in case if there is an object in a sentence and in case if there is not an object in a sentence?
It's I think maybe object it's necessary. Not only not like that, but
नहीं अब जैसे मान लो मैं बोलूं what is an object in a sentence?
Sir, good boy.
हाँ I gave you three sentences. I'm a good boy, she has a car, and you were very busy. Could somebody help me understand what an object in these sentences are? Parth, Harshita, Manya, Hardik.
So in the first sentence, that is, I am a good boy. We could, since it's an affirmative sentence, the formula which you gave earlier should still apply. So I would be the subject. There isn't an affirmative verb, and am would be the main verb, and a good boy would be the object. The second sentence, C has a car. C is the subject. Has is the there isn't an auxiliary verb, and the main verb is has, and our car is the object. The last sentence you gave, you were very busy. You is the subject. There isn't an auxiliary verb, and were is the main verb. Very busy would be the object.
So my dear, अभी आपने मुझे बताया कि am is the main verb or has is the main verb or were is the main verb. So are these main verbs or are these auxiliary verbs?
So they behave as main verbs because there isn't an actual proper verb in the sentence. But like if we insert something like in an earlier example you gave, I am going to play. Here am is the secondary verb and going is the main verb, and am becomes the secondary verb as is a proper verb present in the sentence. So in
Very
the
good.
current example, that is, I am a good boy, she has a car, and you were very busy, they are the main
Okay,
verbs.
so what is an object in these sentences? A good car, a good boy, a
A good
car,
boy, a
and
car,
very
and
busy.
work very busy.
Right. Does everyone agree? Manya, do you agree? Harshita, do you agree? Hardik, do you agree to this?
Sir, I'm little bit confused in third sentence that how busy will be the object.
I
Similarly, as the car would be or a good boy would be.
Yes,
sir,
sir. That
sentence is correct. I think maybe it's one of first or third sentence. Maybe it's wrong or it's right. I am confusing third sentence.
You are confused with the third sentence, whether there is an object or not, or what? What are you confused with? What is your question?
So, what is an object when the sentence is very busy? Busy or very busy? combine both or maybe one, like busy
अरे
or
यार,
being
आंसर दीजिए भैया। हर्षिता का क्वेश्चन भी बहुत सही है। बिजी है कि वेरी बिजी है? बॉय है कि गुड बॉय है? कार है कि अकार है? ऑब्जेक्ट है क्या?
so in second sentence car.
हाँ ठीक है, वही मैं सबसे पूछ रहा हूँ। I just want to see how clear are you with the studies that you've done so far, because then I would plan how to go about it. ये मेरा पहला ग्रामर चैप्टर है आप लोगों के साथ, राइट? So I just wanted to check how good your basics are so that I could plan myself as to how to go ahead with you. Where are the loopholes? So shall I answer now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Unfortunately, my dear, none of these sentences have an object.
Um, doubt in first sentence because you have said that sentence and maybe it's object or not its object,
May
but
have an object, may not have an object.
yes, sir.
Right?
That's why I'm confusing first or third sentence, but in second subject, I think it's car only. So
No.
I'm getting like that.
There is no object in any of these sentences. Now why? Now why? I asked you one very basic question, that what significance does it make having an object in a sentence and not having an object in a sentence? What is the significance of the presence of object? ऑब्जेक्ट के होने से या नहीं होने से सेंटेंस में क्या फर्क पड़ता है? चलो, आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड ऑफ पैसिव वॉइस.
Yes, sir.
हाँ? So how would you make a passive of a sentence where I play cricket?
The cricket
What
is
would be
played
the
by
passive
me.
voice of I play cricket?
Cricket is played by me.
Huh?
It is a
Cricket is
cricket
played
is
by me.
played by me.
Or cricket, the cricket, or only cricket?
I say
Sir,
only cricket.
sir, cricket is played by me.
Cricket is played by me. Or a cricket is played by me, or the cricket is played by me.
So it will be only cricket in my opinion.
Yes, sir.
Only cricket in your opinion. She is reading a book.
A book is read by
A
her.
book is read by her.
Yes,
She
sir.
is reading a book. She is reading a book.
A book is being read by her.
A book is being read by her. A book is being.
Read by her.
India has won the match. India has won the match.
The match was won by India.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyone who wants to give it a try?
sir, the match has been won by India, Team India.
Excellent. The match has been won by India. The match has been won by India. Right. Now, how can you transform these sentences into a passive voice? What was the first sentence? Do you remember? I play cricket. I play cricket. So, what is an object here?
Cricket.
Harshita, please unmute. I beg before you all, please keep yourself on unmute mode. So, what is an object here?
Cricket.
मान्या नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, पूछिए प्लीज. डोंट फॉलो अदर्स. She is reading a book. What is an object here?
Book.
Hmm?
Book.
Book or a book? India has won the match. What is an object?
Esther?
Confusion.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, I
Yes.
think there is no object.
There is no object. Rishabh, Rishabh,
Sir. Yes, sir.
I think revisiting their very basics is very, very important. Very important
Okay. ठीक है. In what sense, sir?
in all the senses.
Okay.
Do you
So,
know what an auxiliary verb is?
The verb which supports the main verb is called auxiliary verb,
Means,
which is used in front of the main verb.
means, I want a definition. Just hold on. Okay, how many types of auxiliary verbs are there? You've studied verbs, haven't you? You've
Sir,
studied verbs, haven't you?
auxiliary verbs. So verbs
What
in
words
two
पढ़ा है
parts.
आपने या नहीं पढ़ा है?
Auxiliary verbs has two parts: main verb and auxiliary verb. And
Very good.
auxiliary verb has three parts: is primary auxiliary verb, uh, model auxiliary verb, and one more. I don't remember, sir. One more.
It has
Marriaging.
now become only two parts, primary and model. You are right. It has now become only two parts. Earlier there were three parts, but now it
Yes.
has become only two parts,
Okay, sir.
primary and model. So how many auxiliary verbs are there, Harshita? You are very right.
Sir, when I studied
I'm quoting all these questions. I'm posing all these questions to all of you. How many auxiliary verbs? What is the number of auxiliary verbs altogether?
sir, when I studied it's three, but you have said it's only two. One more it says. I think imaginary, I don't think so.
There are
It's
only two types of auxiliary verbs now. One is modal auxiliary, and the other is, primary auxiliary,
yes,
right?
yes.
But how many numbers? What is the number of auxiliary verbs?
Sir, I think
प्राइमरी में कितने
24.
ऑक्सिलियरी वर्ब होते हैं और मॉडल में कितने ऑक्सिलियरी वर्ब्स होते हैं?
Sir, I think 24.
20,
4.
24.
Mm, 12,
मान्या, हार्दिक, हर्षिता, कुछ याद आ रहा है?
sir, maybe 12, 12.
12.
Yes, sir.
ओके, और कोई और गेस? एक ने कहा 1 डजन, एक ने कहा 2 डजन. Harshita said 1 dozen and Partha said 2 dozen.
So because I know it's 12 words. When I studied it, my ma'am said it's 12 words in the ordinary word. 12. And it's also 14, maybe for 24.
Great. Uh, देखिए क्या होता है, मैं नटशेल में बता दे रहा हूँ. आई विल गेट इनटू द डिटेल्स ऑफ इट. मुझे डिटेल्स में जाना होगा. 2-3 क्लासेस मुझे डिटेल्स में लेने हैं. Would you mind if I get into the details of it once again? Or do you want me to skip these?
No, sir, you said.
You want me to skip this or do you want to get me into details of this?
No, sir, in detail. I want to know that. I want to know.
Hardik, you're not saying anything as if it doesn't hold any value for you.
No, sir, in detail.
तुम्हारी मर्जी है.
Hardik is
In
stunned.
detail.
Manya is stunned.
हार्दिक had a sense. पढ़ाओ पढ़ाओ ना पढ़ाओ ना पढ़ाओ, मर्जी तुम्हारी है यार.
Hardik is stunned. Manya
No.
is stunned. Parth is also stunned, and Harshita wants to do it. Okay, so we have different facets of people over here. It's called facets. FACETS. CETS, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So Partha, do you want to
Oh yes, I definitely go into the
strengthen your
details.
basics, or do you want to let it be as it is?
So no, I will like prefer to go into details.
Manya,
Yes, I also wanted to be detailed.
don't be under compulsion. मजबूरी में मत जाओ, अब बता रहे हो तो सुन ही लेंगे वाला टाइप्स.
No,
As if I
sir.
don't really have any option. अब जो बोलोगे सुनेंगे ही यार. क्या मान्य?
No, sir. No, sir. I really wanted it to be
मान्य
detailed.
मान्य का बॉडी लैंग्वेज कह रहा है, पूछ रहे हो नहीं बता रहे हैं, तो बता दो यार, तुम भी खुश रहो, जाओ जाके खुश रहो, बता देना. बताओ, तुमको भी चैन आ जाएगा, पीछा छोड़ो जल्दी से.
Right, sir. So we,
No,
Right?
so we can go ahead,
no,
sir.
sir.
We'll
I
have
really wanted it to be
10 minutes, sir.
detailed.
So your body language speaks more than what you speak through words. देखो, दो चीजें हैं, इसको ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड. ठीक है, try and understand and watch me very carefully. Watch me very carefully. Right now, Hardik is my friend, and Hardik scored 90% marks in his exam, wherein I scored 62%. Right? Clear hai? Clear? Watch me very closely. Watch me very closely. Now when I met Hardik, Harshita, sit straight, sit firm. When I met Hardik, मैंने हार्दिक से बोला, अच्छा हार्दिक, तुमको 90% आ गया, कैसे आ गया यार? आई एम वेरी हैप्पी फॉर यू, लेकिन कैसे आ गया? मतलब अजब बात है, तुमको आ गया यार, बट आई एम वेरी हैप्पी. सो वुड यू रियली कंसिडर मी टू बी वेरी हैप्पy for Hardik?
No, sir.
No.
Why? But I
Because your
never said
body
I'm
language
sad.
tells
But
that
I
you
never
are,
said I'm sad.
your body
You got
language
it through my
show.
body language, right?
Yes, sir.
Right or wrong?
Right, sir.
अब इमेजिन करो एक और सिनेरियो कि मेरे घर के बगल में किसी का डेथ हो गया और मैं उसके यहाँ जा रहा हूं. मैं उसके यहाँ गया और मैं कहा, अरे यार ये तो मर गया, क्या बात है, अरे कैसे मर गया यार, पूछो नहीं कितना दुख हो रहा है हमको, तो मर के भी गया यार, कल तक तो ठीक था यार, खेल रहा था, मर गया, मजा आ गया, लेकिन भाई बहुत दुख है यार, बहुत दुख है यार. So would you really consider me to be sad?
No, sir.
We are very.
Why? Because my body language does not support my answer, right?
Yes,
My
sir.
body language does not support my reaction, right or wrong? Huh?
Yes.
So if I'm sitting like this, I'm saying, I am very interestingly listening to you, sir. Don't worry, I'm very interested. I'm very interested in listening to you. I want and what you are teaching. What should I understand out of this now? सर, क्या सेशन आप करा रहे हैं सर, मतलब गजब, मजा आ गया सर, एकदम मन नहीं कर रहा है जाने का सर. तो क्या समझूं मैं ऐसे, क्या समझना चाहिए मुझे, बताइए. अब पाता इसे, सर थोड़ा सा और पढ़ाइए ना सर, एकदम मजा आ रहा है सर, तो मैं क्या समझूं? Are you getting it? So your body language speaks, better than what you actually speak through words. So always be careful about your body language. Number one. Number two कि अब इसका लिंक समझो. अब अगर मैं तुमसे बोलूं कि आई एम अ गुड बॉय का पैसिव वॉइस बनाओ, तो चलो, शी हैज अ कार का पैसिव वॉइस बनाओ, अनम्यूट योरसेल्व्स और बनाओ. शी हैज अ कार का पैसिव वॉइस बनाओ तो।
A car is possessed by her.
तब तो हार्दिक कहेगा द कार इज बिलोंग टू हर, और हर्षिता कहेगी द कार इज ओन्ड बाय हर।
No, no, sir. Um, oh no.
So
A
I
car,
am a good boy am I?
a car he had by me.
Car is had by me.
A car is had by me.
A car is had by me, मतलब
सर ये मेरा कार है, मतलब ये कार मेरे, सर ये कार मेरा है. He has a car, like.
अच्छा, you were very busy. Busy were you very?
No, sir, not like that. A car is had by me.
अब
Active.
समझिए, अब समझिए, आई प्ले क्रिकेट का पैसिव क्यों बना? बिकॉज उसमें ऑब्जेक्ट था, उसमें ऑब्जेक्ट था, राइट? तो जहां पर ऑब्जेक्ट होगा वहां पर पैसिव वॉइस बनेगा, पर जहां पर ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं होगा वहां पर उस सेंटेंस का पैसिव वॉइस नहीं बनेगा। एम आई लाउड एंड क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
तो अगर आपके पास मेन वर्ब है, ऑब्जेक्ट है, तभी उसका पैसिव वॉइस बनेगा। अगर मेन वर्ब है और ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है, मेन वर्ब तो होना ही होना है, अगर मेन वर्ब है और ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है तो उसका पैसिव वॉइस नहीं बनेगा। राइट? इसी तरीके से आपने मेन वर्ब में पढ़ा होगा, मेन वर्ब के भी दो पार्ट होते हैं, ट्रांजिटिव एंड इनट्रांजिटिव। So the verbs that are transitive can be converted into a passive voice, but the verbs that are intransitive cannot be converted into a passive voice. For example, I play. I play. Play is a transitive or intransitive verb here?
Say intransitive.
Intransitive. Why is it an intransitive? Because it does not have an object, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But when I say I play cricket, this play turns into transitive verb.
Yes, sir.
Why does it turn into a transitive verb? Is because it carries an object after it. And since it carries an object after it, only then a passive voice of it could be formed. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Right, sir.
Right? So when you talk of am, has, were, is, are, am, shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, used to, ought to, must, have, has, had, do, does, did. These are auxiliary words. And when an auxiliary word, remember it in nutshell, when an auxiliary word acts as a main word. What did I say? Could you please repeat?
When an auxiliary verb act as an.
When an auxiliary verb acts as a main verb, as in these cases, I am a good boy. So am is an auxiliary verb acting as a main verb here, right?
Yes, sir.
She has a car. Has is an auxiliary verb acting as a main verb. You were very busy. So were is an auxiliary verb acting as a main verb. So when an auxiliary verb is acting as a main verb, that sentence does not have an object, and hence such sentences cannot be converted into a passive voice.
Yes.
So don't fall into a trick. कोई आपसे पूछे अंग्रेजी आती है? हाँ जी आती है। ग्रामर पढ़े हो? हाँ जी पढ़े हो। अगर डाल देगा आई हैव अ कार तो आप बनाते रहना पैसे। It will not have a passive because the main verb is an auxiliary verb acting as a main verb. So it can never have an object and it can never be converted into a passive voice. That should be the confidence of knowledge that you should have. So do you want me to get into basics once again, or is things clear with you?
Basics once again, sir.
Basics मानता है या छोड़ दें? चलो छोड़ ही देते हैं।
No, sir. No, sir. Basics are very important. You have to tell us.
right? So I now understand that what are the things that you require. So I would start with the basics of grammar from the next class, right, Rishabh?
Noted, sir.
Over
So,
to you now.
yeah. So, should we call it a day? I think it is 12:35. So, shall we
Already
call it a day?
12:35. Sorry, my dear. Actually, it's a bad habit that I have that I don't carry a watch on my wrist when I'm at my work.
It's
Okay.
okay, sir.
Okay. So what I'll do, we had a session yesterday. I would like you to go through this, and it's as a homework for you. So will you be giving them any revision work?
Yes, I'll give them a revision work.
Okay.
I'll send them.
So I just want you to see what this is. Just give me a second. I had played something. Which was it? Where? Okay. Just give me a second. Okay. Yes.
I think, Rishabh, they've already spent a lot of time on internet, so
Yeah.
they
So I
get
just want
bored.
to show them a quick video, and I want them to, I want them to put it on the group. Just give me a second. Okay. So have you ever heard of orchestra? Orchestra, Hardik, Pat,
Beethoven.
Manya, Harshita. Yes or no? Orchestra. Beethoven.
I guess like the opera house in
I
like
listen, but
Australia.
I don't
Okay.
know.
So I'll just play this video, and after I play this video, you're going to give me the list of instruments on the group once you've seen it. After you watch this video, whenever you have time during the day, do mention the list of instruments on the group, right? I just play it for 2 minutes. Yes, you like the video? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
A special gift from my side. A special gift from my side. Who could help me understand the meaning of the song?
Lovely, interesting, interesting, sir. That was very nice. Okay, so so two things. I'm just ending in 30 seconds. Sir's thing that to explain him the meaning of the song.
Were they singing or shouting or screaming?
Okay.
पता नहीं मैं तो नहीं समझ में
And number two is what
क्या
were the
बड़ा बड़ा
instruments?
तंबूरा लेके बजा रहे हैं यार
What were the
यहाँ के
instruments
कोई
used? You know the name of the song. I'll send the name of the song. So understand and ठीक है वहाँ पे lyrics तो होगा but I want you to explain to us what did you understand from the lyrics ठीक है crux ठीक है so I lend it over here and thank you so much. It was a lovely song. I love this Beethoven symphony. It's called Beethoven Symphony and this is called orchestra but keep searching नहीं मिलेगा. If you get it I'll give you 10 on 10 ठीक है. List down the instruments and make sure understand what did you make of the song. Okay, what did you understand? Okay.
I would be grateful to you
Parth
if
is
you could help
confused.
me
He's
understand the meaning of the song.
perplexed. Parth is perplexed. Oh sir, ये sir ने क्या बोल दिया? Manya is confused. Okay, Hardik is laughing at भैया मैं कहाँ से करूँ? All right. Thank you so much. I will see you on
हर्षिता इज वेरी कूल, हम तो खोज लेंगे कहाँ से,
Okay.
कुछ
Yes,
भी
sir.
बता देंगे, जब इसको पता ही नहीं तो कुछ भी बता देंगे, मानना ही पड़ेगा.
Okay,
No, sir.
before
I'm
we
not.
end, Saturday, do you have your school classes on Saturday or like what?
I think it would be closed on Saturday because it's
No, so they
Ramnavami on
have
Saturday.
Hardik and Parth are starting with the new session from 31st March.
Saturday.
And my school will also open on 1st
31st.
of April.
Okay, 1st of April. Okay, Saturday you have to go. Then we'll have to keep the sessions from 7:30 onwards in the evening. That is when it's in Saturday. Is that okay? It will be only for 1 hour, 1 hour 10 minutes, not more than that. Okay, we're going to keep that in mind. Okay, Hardik, Parth, Manya, Harshita. I'll speak to Rishabh and Pranshu. That's fine with you?
Sir?
Yeah.
7:30 in the
Sir,
evening is okay for you all?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, it's okay for me.
Parth, is it fine with
Partner,
you?
Sir,
Sorry.
I
huh?
actually have my tuitions at that time, 7:30 to 9.
What do you have?
So my tuitions at that time, 7:30 to 9.
Okay, you have
Can
tuition.
it be preponed or postponed?
No, sir, actually the teacher who comes teaches in another school, so like he comes as the earliest as he can. And I'm the only one he teaches, so it's not like he could switch it with somebody else.
Okay, I will speak to you, Parth. All right, don't worry, I'll speak to you.
Sir?
Okay. Yeah.
Um, sir, I would like to say